Good morning, beautiful people. I am taking my hike, my Saturday hike before class, before work, and I'm having profound and deep thoughts. Okay, what I'm going to share today is controversial and it's going to piss a lot of people off. Ready? All right, I want to talk about God. Okay, so first and foremost, this might be shocking to some, but others will totally get it. I am cool with the Christian God. That God's cool. At least the new version. The Old Testament dude, what a dick. Anyway. And by the way, smearing blood on things is spell work. Just wanted to say that. Also, in the Old Testament is written a spell to see if your wife is cheating on you. I find that very ironic. Anyway. But no, the Christian God and I are very chill. And I absolutely believe in and love Jesus. I do not, however, believe that either of those things are the only truth or the whole truth. So, having said that, I support people who are Christian if they believe in loving, caring, and cherishing for others, for other forms of life, and for the earth itself. There's a lot of things that were legitimately misinterpreted in the Bible. You do have to remember that humans wrote this down. Humans, thousands of years ago. So, they had prejudices and preconceived notions. Some are still here today. And they were men. Just men. Women don't have rights. No, I'm just kidding. But really in the Bible, not so much. Especially in the Old Testament. So, having said all that, my perspective on Jesus is that he was definitely, I don't know if I would call him the person, the incarnation, the Son of God per se. However, I believe that he was probably the best thing that ever happened to us. Really cool dude. And there have been others like him in other religions, or same religion, different skin color. Or actually same skin color, because people like to ignore history. Do y'all know where Nazareth is? You know what color those people are? Okay, just checking. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm super amused by that. I believe in science. I believe in history. I believe in learning. Y'all should check out the Tao of Physics. Very sexy. It's about how science and religion actually do come together. And there's another book that I can't remember the title of, but its title is something like God, the Many Faces, which is really cool because it explains how since the beginning of time, we have had different gods that reflect our beliefs, right? So every civilization has a different twist to it. Like the Greek gods were kind of petty, jealous, and jerks. Big time. Not a big fan of most of those. They were mean. Which is why I love Jesus so much. Because he wasn't. He didn't have a problem with prostitutes or people who lived with dogs. Like, they literally had no money. They spent all their time living with flea-bitten dogs. I mean, come on. And isn't that one of our prophets? I do believe so. Anyway, but people forget that when they're trying to whitewash Jesus and God. Anyway, my particular belief, just give an overall view, including science. I believe religion, at its best, has a goal of helping us live the healthiest, most beautiful lives that we can. So at the end of that life, we can reach heaven, nirvana, whatever you want to call it. And that's the part of religion that I celebrate and love. Now, here's a piece that I really want to share. In Christianity, God created everything in the heaven and earth, which means he designed every single sinner, violator, addiction, the devil. He created those things intentionally. None of it was a mistake. Nothing that has ever happened to any human or animal is a mistake. It was written and designed by God. Now, again, I'm not Christian. I would not label myself as such. But I do believe that that is true. Now, here is my version of God. My version of God is that energy, that spark, that essence, which is in all living things, and even appearingly non-living things. If you study physics, everything's alive. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Same as your soul, same as God. So, in my perspective, you can give all these deities the title of God if you want. It doesn't really matter, because all of it together is us. We are all connected by that unifying power, energy, presence that I call God. So I don't care what name you give them, it's still God, even the darker, more unsavory aspects. Now, having said all that, I'm out of breath. I just did a lot of stairs. You can't see them really, but to the front and to the back, down that way are lots of stairs. Anyway, this unifying peace means that the light and the darkness are both part of us. The devil and God are all inside of us at once. And it's what we choose to strengthen that is what comes out. It's very much the theory of the two wolves. The one that wins is the one that you feed. So when I worship God, I call her Mother. I call her Mother Earth, or Oma is the name that I've chosen, which in German means grandmother, but in my brain has translated to the Great Mother. This little blue ball we inhabit gives us life, holds our ecosystems, gives us water, lots of water, despite the fact that it's all in the ocean at the moment. It holds us and heals us and loves us and protects us. That is my God. I pray to her through the trees. I'm a tree hugger, literally. I will kiss and hug trees because they give me oxygen. They hold the soil underneath my feet, which, if you understand science, is vastly important. Because if there's nothing holding the soil in place, erosion is a big deal, and things can't grow properly. We need those roots. That's our grounding, that's our strength. So I love my trees. I love all the little critters. I do, however, still eat meat because that is part of the life cycle. Animals still eat animals, and I'm still an animal. Now, I transcend a little bit at a time. I tried to jump and rise above and become vegan, and it didn't work. I'm not a vegan. But I do believe that's a noble aspiration. However, the cycle of life is still, we eat it, then we die, then it eats us. That's how I see that. And my God is the tree and the earth and all the other gods in the world. I have no prejudice against your God. However, I don't believe that your God is the one and only. I don't care who your God is. Anyway, I love you guys. That's my perspective. Feel free to feel however you feel about it. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.